you doing, mis amores? This is Cynthia Lee Fontaine, all the way from RuPaul Drag Race, The Crazy Cuckoo, and you are watching the Reality Rundown.
Visibility, that's today. That's cute.
That's a thing? Wait, is it for real?
Apparently, according to this page I follow.
Let's see. Lesbian Day of Visibility. Wow, Monday, April 25th.
Yeah.
But it says it's a week. It starts today, it ends on May 1st.
Okay.
We're on the air, by the way.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another super special episode of The Tuck, the Rundown Media's very own version of a rundown of Drag Race.
Girl, what? Yo, I just gotta tell you that if you were the spokesperson of this podcast, you will be fired.
Like, where's my script?
Like, where production?
Where's the teleprompter?
Yo, how are you? How was your day? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Honestly, it was such a boring day. I literally just woke up, so that's how boring my day was. I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't want to jerk off again, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to sleep."
Like, how many times can you jerk off in one day?
Like, my penis hurts.
Like,
So,
literally, you remember that scene from Mean Girls that it was like the distance is like not like what's the catchphrase? Like, they're doing a math equation and she's like,
the limit.
the limit does not exist. That's like that's me when I'm alone at home.
It's like, what? Like, oh my god! Like, this is not giving on the TV. My phone apps are boring. My friends don't want to talk to me. Like, oh my gosh,
Right.
what the fuck can I do with myself?
Literally. Oh my god.
How about you?
I had an eventful day. It's Monday, so you already know we're back at work, and it's just
Unfortunately.
crazy at work right now, So I'm just having one of those weeks, and it's only Monday. Like today, when I left work today, it felt like I was there for 10 hours.
Oh my
Like
god.
those days that it just
Yeah.
feels longer.
Yeah.
So I was so ecstatic to get home and jump onto this.
Well, damn, hopefully it goes fast.
Yeah, for the rest of the week, I hope so. But wow, can you believe we're here?
No, I thought I was gonna be in the winter again. Like, so Carrie Kobe. When the fuck was this gonna end? Oh my
Like,
god.
oh my god! Like literally, I think that for me, the finale was even, and of course, for all of our listeners that don't know, the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race finally happened last Friday. And yeah, we're going to talk about it today. That's what today's episode is about. So, like I was saying, the finale was so special to me because it took so long to get here.
Yeah. It was like, we're actually here, y'all. It felt like a Super Bowl. You know, you're watching. I don't watch sports, but I'm gonna relate it to any heteros listening. But you watch all these games, and you're like, oh my god, who's gonna make the finals? Who's gonna be in the Super Bowl? And now that we're here, it's like, oh my god, we're here. We've been waiting all season for this, and now we have, especially with this top 4 or 5, I should say. My bad.
Yes.
This top 5, I was like, any of y'all can take it. Like, what is gonna go down here? Well, not Diabetes, love her so much. I didn't first see her winning, but so good.
No, for real. Like this finale, I was so excited because it's five queens. Like so the content is bound to be there.
Right.
The production is bound to be there. I was also excited to see the different setup of the finale because usually we see the queens if it's the top 4, and is my memory failing me, or wasn't the top 4 also something that started like one time and then it continued?
Yeah, I think
It was a top 3 before, no?
it used to be top 3s, yeah.
And then one
then-
time, like 4 people got to the finale, and then ever since it's been a top 4.
Yeah. Because
So
I
do
remember for what season? The one with that Alaska was in that she came in second.
Mhm.
Whatever season that was. That was a top 3. When did it change into a top 4?
I feel like did it change on All
Because
Stars?
I don't know. Maybe they transferred that over. Because I know it's been three forever. Because Bob the Drag Queen was three. Violet
Wait,
Chachki
hold
was
on,
three.
hold on. Are you hearing me through your headphones, or are you hearing me through? Because I hear your laptop.
Like you hear it making noises.
No, like when I talk, I hear myself through your speakers.
Oh really? Oh wow. Hold
Yeah,
on.
so like try to make sure that your output source is. Can you hear me?
No, I think this is just, maybe this is just so loud. Let me lower this then. All right, talk now.
Hello?
Do
Yeah,
you still hear
it
yourself?
no, I don't hear myself. But can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I think it was just that this shit was loud as hell.
Okay. Well, them headphones are giving. Like those little
I
headphones.
felt like I was in the living room with you for a second. You just yelled
No,
at the same.
no, like literally, I literally hear you like you're right next to me. Like, let us know because from last week, I remember I was gonna get on to you about this because somebody said, "Can you tell Raymond to get a better mic?" And I was like, "Okay, one,
Oh my god.
that's a shot at me, and two, I know he does." Because last week you recorded from your iPhone,
Yes, man. My gosh, because like first of all, if you're gonna give me a laptop, like just let me use it.
right?
This is all I have.
So this, whatever this is, it's giving. So you keep doing that, and you better not show up on this motherfucking podcast without those headphones on, Shay, because they're giving. Getting back on track. So the finale was amazing. Let's just get into it. The girls were rocking looks. This was Nigeria's. She had a very Vegas showgirl blue and black outfit, feathers everywhere, opulence, grand, very big.
Like
What do
this
you
was a finale. Look.
Right. Like this was definitely something that if she would have, I mean, some girls have tried to do some shit like this.
Sorry.
At the how you call it at the on the runway. Sometimes I've seen some girls do this on the runway. Like well, Mo did it on UK versus the World with that big
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
butterfly
yeah. And
situation,
Trinity K. Bonet, she did it
and
on All
Trinity
Star
K.
6.
Bonet did it on All
She
Star
had that
Six.
like whole
Yeah.
carnival look. That was really good. Yeah, so I love that. Although we've seen something like this before, it's
Hmm.
very much different, and it's a full thought out look from like head to toe. She looks very cohesive all throughout. I love it. I wish that the netting, I guess you can call it, of the nude was more like skin tight because sometimes you can see like
Like the bodysuit
some
part.
sag, yeah, on the arms, but nonetheless, she just gives regalness all the time.
Right.
This is a girl who just knows how to get in front of a camera and serve it to the girls. So
Yeah.
I love that look. Very good.
She is someone that looks like has been doing drag for over 20 years. Like she looks very like just very put together, very
Yeah,
polished. And Jiria's hair is always good, and Jiria's outfits are always good and look expensive.
right.
Nothing that Nigeria has worn has ever looked cheap to me.
I don't agree with that.
um oh wow.
Yeah, I
Now, did I like what she wore sometimes? Probably not. But did it look cheap? To me, it
yeah.
never looked
The
cheap.
thing with her is that she sells it always. So even though I didn't like what she was wearing, it was the way that she presented herself all the time. And even when she was walking the runway on the finale stage, was just like
Mhm.
she owned the stage. I think this was a good way to present yourself to the public. Like, yes, this is a finale, baby, and I'm here and I'm ready. Like this was a
Right.
very good look.
No, it was definitely a great look. Another look that to keep it in the Feathers family, Daya Betty. Oh
You
my.
know what pissed me off? I don't know if you saw the pit stop with
With
Naomi Smalls this
yeah.
episode.
She said
I
she didn't like it.
they didn't eat it up, and I'm like, are you what? Are you kidding me?
And that is
You
just that is just a perfect example of another thing that I wanted to talk about on this podcast is difference of opinion. We can love this look and some other people can hate it. So that is okay for everybody listening. Like
yeah, no,
that's
it is
okay.
okay to have different opinions, but not on this look. because she ate. She looks gorgeous.
She looks
Oh my god!
gorgeous.
And then when she walked the runway,
Oh,
that strut, she knew
and
that
and
she was that
and then
bitch.
she said she looked to her side and said, "Let's go."
Right, and
Like
she told everybody like, "Hello,
like
are we tuned in? Did we?"
up the antic.
Right, because oh my god, I'm gonna literally after we get off of this, I'm gonna go watch it again
No, like
because
we're watching it on
she
FaceTime.
she looked gorgeous, bro.
Gorgeous,
And I
gorgeous.
love that she did this because I feel with Diabetes, some of her looks can kind of like not match what we're asking. It's not it
Hmm.
wouldn't be a bad look, but it's just like, okay, like this is an interesting interpretation. But I feel like
Hmm.
this, she fits into it, and it was her, but also a different side of her, more glamour, more just oh my god, like this just looked so good to me. I love that it was like she was covered in feathers, but she wasn't being eaten alive. Like you still saw her; she was still the main attraction.
It was like in somehow the feathers were her and she was the feathers. Like this was
Amazing,
made for her. Like
right?
I love the fact that it's one tone
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it just sets it. I feel like if it was a bunch of tones, it would have been like kind of clownish. But the
yeah,
fact that it's one tone and
yeah.
the tone that it is, this like lilac purple, it's just beautiful.
I love that she did a black wig too to help
Beautiful.
her
Yes,
stand
because
out.
that black wig just stands out and the black makeup just
Like the faces, very good job, Dia. Very, very good job. That was
very good job.
beautiful,
Very this
beautiful.
is probably one of my favorite finale looks
Yes,
that a queen has worn to a finale. Like
I agree.
I love this look and she looked amazing and the feathers looked amazing. It was so great that I made it my lock screen on my phone. Like
Oh my god,
I'm so serious. Like it was so great.
very good job.
Another look that I didn't live for, even though I die on the hill for this queen. I'll literally take a bullet for this queen.
I knew that was coming up.
Lady Camden. Lady
I
Camden.
have tried to convince myself so many times that this is a look there's a concept here, and like trying to convince myself
Like
that maybe
you're
it's
missing the mark.
yeah, like maybe I'm just not seeing something. But no, I what I don't like that. I don't get it. Maybe that's why I don't like it. I don't know if it was a reference to like maybe it was horse and carriage, like maybe that's a thing out in the UK. She was referencing that. But what I don't like is that she's forward and the carousel looks like not the carriage, whatever it's called. The carriage looks like it's going this way. So it doesn't look
Right.
like she's in the same direction as to where the
Yeah,
carriage was
yeah.
supposed to be going. So it doesn't look right. It looks very weird.
Right.
I hate the gold on it. The gold looks literally spray painted. Like very cheap to me. Very, very cheap. I don't like that at all. And I just didn't get it. I just did not understand it. Was she the horse? Was she, like, and then the hair was like a long ass braid down the back, and then the feather thing was just as long. I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, definitely. I love you, Lady Camden. Like, I literally love you. Like, I would literally, like, I'll take a beating for you. Like, I'll,
Literally,
like, literally spit on my face. Like, I love you.
I will eat your toenails.
But, literally. But, this was not it, baby. Like, I am so sorry, but this was not it. I had a problem with it all. I was actually just disappointed because everybody else brought such a finale look. Like this is
Right.
something that I feel like I would have seen on the runway week 3, you
Like
know?
for like a challenge or something.
Yeah, not necessarily the finale. Um, but with that said,
I like want to have a conversation with her to
right,
understand her
like I want
story.
to know why.
And you
Like
deconstruct this for me.
why was this
Who told
why
you
is
yes on this?
right? Like you see, I can even compute a question like it's just why. So I'm just gonna leave it there with her. It was a miss for me. That was definitely a chop. Um, then Willow Pill in this red warrior and I guess Vegas showgirl because of the feathers on top. What are you living?
Um, it's like every time I look at it, I just find
Think
something
something
new.
different.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't notice the feathers until today.
I
Like I
so
lit
So she tweeted like the reference point, and it was like this anime. Well, it was two animes.
Hmm.
So I understood the idea, but I don't think the execution was there because it just wasn't cohesive. This look, what bothers me is that it looks like they put different garments together to make this look. I
Mm.
don't like that little square that she has on that side. It looks like they just like put that there. It doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. They kind of like threw that on top.
Right, right. Like what? Like literally, I
What was the
literally.
point of that?
What is that?
I
And
don't,
why?
and it
I
ruins the
don't.
shape of the whole thing.
I don't like the construction of it.
I just don't get
I
it.
think, yeah, I don't get it. Like, I just, oh my god, I'm getting. How do you call it when, like, when your leg falls asleep or something? Oh my god,
Oh my gosh, you okay? Carpal
I'm not
tunnel.
okay. Oh my god. You know when your leg falls asleep and it starts
Yes,
like ringing, like
yes, yes. You can't even step anywhere.
like we call it calambre in the
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ay, me muero.
Okay, get it together, girl.
No, but like literally, like my leg get it together. Like I am on a show right now, but the show must go on.
Well, I wasn't done ragging her. Can you bring that
No,
back?
but no, you can keep bragging.
Okay, because I don't understand why she did this. I don't. I What pissed me off too again about the pit stop is that in that whole episode, that I felt like they were purposely trying to convince the audience that Willa Pill was eating this whole episode up, right? And I'm like, but
Right.
she wasn't because this was not that cute. I love the headpiece. I think that was so cute. I think it makes
Yeah,
her
the
face look
fact that they
very
were
nice.
living for this, I was like,
I was like, what? But
what?
you weren't living for diabetes. That makes literally no sense to
Right.
me. That makes no sense.
Literally.
That's ridiculously biased. I can't believe that
Right.
y'all sit there and try to even what ridiculous. Um, I don't know. I was a little bit let down. I'm not like she kind of looks hot, but it looks sloppy to me.
Right. No,
I'm
I
really just
think
bothered.
I'm not understanding the fabric. It looks like red aluminum paper just like wrapped
Yeah,
around her body.
yeah.
I the knife or whatever that is, I I don't know. Like it's I wouldn't have worn that, but I'm not Willow Pill, so I don't I don't know. Like I literally like it doesn't look bad, but like what is it?
It looks sloppy to me.
Yeah. So let's get into Bosco, the Demon Queen. Okay, so I honestly did not live for this.
I
I
didn't live for it, but I also didn't hate it.
like I
I don't know
didn't
what I mean.
live. I almost died.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not dead though. I
Yeah.
almost died because like for me it's just the ways those wings were hanging because like you if we see Angeria's that girl is tucked and right
Right.
and them things are not shaking. Bosco's wings were like wobbling everywhere. Like, first of all, girl, hold them together. And those horns missed the mark for me.
You
I
know,
feel
for
like,
me, finish. Yeah, go.
yeah, I thank you for letting me. I feel like those horns look like I don't know. It just doesn't not look like what you have on. And
Yeah.
if your wings are that color, and if we're going to think about this conceptually, if your wings are that color, then your horns, which is another part of your body, should be similar to your wings. So the fact that the horns are so robust, like it makes no sense to me, but that's just me.
What bothers me is the bottom, how it's they should have opened up the slit more so that it was more of like a open and then a trail thing. Because right now it looks like it's squeezing her together and then these rough like these feather things. I don't know. It just looks very sloppy towards the bottom. I don't even know how she's walking in that. I feel like the
Right.
slit should have been a little bit more open to then open up the bottom and then go into like a train of some sort because
Yeah.
you have these big wings. I think to contrast it, to have like this long train would have been nice to make it more of like an elevated and dramatic look.
Right.
And then her hips, I don't like the feathers on it or that V at all. Like it throws the whole shape off. I don't understand why there's feathers on there. Like, are you a bird or are you a dragon? I am confused here.
Right.
Um, and I don't know. I just didn't understand the concept either. I just didn't get it. That's my thing. If we're gonna do something, have it fully thought out, so I don't have to deconstruct it to this point where I'm kind of confused what your reference point was. Were you trying to be Maleficent? Because Maleficent, even so, like I don't know. I really don't understand. I really like the wings, but not with this look. I just feel like the wings could have like I don't know. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But I like the colors though. I like that she had that auburn wig color with this color dress. The colors together
Right.
looked very nice. I loved
I
it.
I did like the hair too.
But I just didn't understand it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I did like the hair. I like the makeup. Um, it's honestly, I would have liked the entire situation if it wasn't for those horns. Like to me, those horns don't look like they go with you or your costume. I mean,
Right, yeah.
wardrobe. Um, but the queens looked great, and so this time around, instead of doing lip sync for the crown, excuse me, what they did was that every queen put together a specific performance to get to the second round, and
Yeah.
after, so all queens performed their solos, and then two queens made it to the final two. What do you think about Angeria's performance?
Yeah, well, I want to first say that I really like when finales are like this. Like, let them have their. No, I miss that. You know,
Yeah.
I loved when queens have like this personalized song that it's more about them and they can just perform it out. So I love this. You know, fuck this lip sync Perusa shit. I give these bitches their own songs.
Right.
Um, Now to go into each queen, Angeria. Um, I feel like I don't know. I get frustrated with Angeria sometimes because it's like want to be compassionate towards her and understand that she's just not the queen that we want her to be in regards to like dancing and moving and shit. So with this, I clap it up because I think she kept up and she really tried. But the whole time she was in
Mhm.
her head, like she was not looking at the camera. You saw her thinking, and it was kind of awkward at times to
Mhm.
watch because she just wasn't as present as I was at least. Um, so yeah, it was kind of cringe at some points, but she tried.
Yeah, I think that her lipstick was trash. Her lip sync was trash. The mouth, Angeria, if you're listening to this, girl, the mouth was not matching the song, girl.
Right,
Like,
right.
go
Yeah.
back and revisit that, baby. I love you to death, though, but
Yeah, it
go
was
back and
very
revisit
yeah, she
that
just you could see that she was
because,
thinking.
yeah, was she nervous? I don't know what it was because to me, you're a professional, so like,
Right,
you're so put together, and I guess that like that's also like wrong to think about sometimes, in the sense of like, at the end of the day, these queens are human, so they're gonna, things happen. But you've
right,
given us such a standard of like just how a queen should put herself together, that like I feel like now, I'm always expecting 175% from
right,
Nigeria.
right,
And in that performance, the song wasn't catchy enough, and I blame production on that. I don't blame her.
right.
So I wasn't interested in the song, let alone what she
I
was selling on
agree.
stage. So I think that in very Drag Race fashion, she meant to lose, like
Right,
she wasn't
yeah,
the winner tonight, so they were
yeah.
going to make sure that
She
we
didn't get
felt like she
all that.
lost,
Yeah,
you know
that's true. I agree.
so that it's unfortunate that those
Throughout
are the
this whole
politics of
finale
drag.
was very much politics and production were working
Oh
here.
yeah, baby, yeah,
Sure.
for sure.
It's absolutely ridiculous, honestly. That's but then see then that's like where I have like it's like a catch 22 where it's like yes, I love when these queens get their own songs, but sometimes we have moments like this where
Hmm.
they were giving a song that wasn't like the best for them. So it's just like, dude, it just I just fucking I don't know. I feel for her though, because I feel like she could have done way better if she had a way better song. Because if they know that she's a sit and bark kind of girl, why did they give her this whole number? You know that she had to do
Right.
like all this crazy stuff and all these props and shit. Why didn't we just give her something that she could just sit there and park and bark her ass? You know, so there's that.
I agree. I agree. Um, then it was Diabetes performance, and Diabetes wore a very like, to me it was giving Avatar. It was giving like extraterrestrial,
Yeah,
some type of like beast from another planet.
yeah,
And her song was basically about like working hard and how much she like working hard and like, you can do it,
evolving
evolving and shit like that, which was, I think that was the theme of the songs, to kind of like talk about their track
like yeah,
record,
yeah,
on the show. And just like Angeria, to me, it didn't give. Like, it did not give. Like,
I will say she looked amazing. I loved her
she
look,
looked amazing.
so good. But I think yeah, they it was just so slow and like
Yeah, it was a very weird vibe.
yeah, I just
Like
yeah,
somber, like,
yeah,
ooh. And I get it, like, but like I feel like you could still use, like, I've seen dark queens do their dark shit and still make it entertainable. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Um, and that's
yeah,
in that same instance, like Bosco kind of did something that was like dark too. But I liked Bosco's more than I liked Diabetes. She looked amazing. The way that she could like, it wasn't really noticeable because she played it off really well, but she had a string right here, which is how she made her antennas come up. And the antennas, when they came up, it was perfect. Like, it looked amazing. It really, really did look great. And it
yeah,
was like, wow, this is like a movie type shit.
yeah, yeah. I liked the concept and like the visuals behind Bosco's. Um, I will say like I don't know. I'm not a fan. Like I feel like Diabetti would have done really good on a type of song that Angeria got. That was more upbeat that she could move around because Diabetti loves to move around and her lip syncs like she gives like she can own a stage, you know, she could have done really good. And then Angeria would have been good and just like that slow moving but like being dramatic and you know stuff. So I feel like that would have been yeah, I don't know. Bosco's I liked because of the visuals and like the concept. It was very much her, but it was short. Um really didn't have an opportunity to give very much.
Mhm.
So, like, I don't know. I felt like another one who production was just like, girl, just sit there and eat your food. So I was like, okay.
No, yeah,
Um,
she was definitely
but
giving
she
the
looked amazing.
misfortune. The odds were not on her favor, but she looked
No,
amazing, and at least she can say that she looked amazing doing so.
right.
Um, then let's get into Bosco. So Bosco had another performance that was very, in a way, dark. Um, it was about like coming back from the dead, and her almost getting eliminated, and then
Yeah,
winning that challenge. Um, she,
very
I
demonic.
very demonic, and like that's who she is. She's the demon queen, but I don't know. Like, again, it was very clear that Bosco and Jerry and Diabetti were not meant to win this finale. It was very clear. Like, I thought they were going to make it at least somewhat like, oh my god, who's gonna be it? But
Yeah.
this songs, they made it very clear. Like, I was like, yeah, that's not going
Also,
anywhere.
the order of like the queens performing, it was so clear that Angeria and Dia were like the bottom. Third place is definitely Bosco from like every like, and then the last two who went in performance wise were the top two. Like it was so obvious all throughout who the top two were gonna be. Like, oh, so obnoxious. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I'm over this and watching Drag Race for so long is just like I'm not. I feel like I'm becoming one of those people that sit there and reflect and like be like, yeah, Drag Race is like overproduced. It's like absolutely insane and obnoxious. Like just let it be natural. Let shit flow naturally. Just let the people enjoy the queens for who they are. Stop trying to feed
Right.
us something, dude. Oh my god, so obnoxious. But yeah, Bosco, I think ape look wise, but her performance was just so lackluster and it felt so short.
It did feel very short. Yeah, I'm not even gonna waste so much time on it because it just didn't give to me. I did like the wings that she had and how like the wings disconstructed itself and it was the dancers holding the wings
Yeah.
and her her demonic look was very like it was nice, you know. I
Yeah,
like the
those
boots.
heels
I
were
like how
hot.
yeah, those heels were so hot. But the performance was trash in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I
She
feel like
just
it
stay in one
wasn't
place.
it wasn't up to her though, you know, like so the drag gods just wasn't feeling it for her.
Not for
But
the finale.
so then we had I'm doing this a little bit out of order because I just want to talk about my girl last. Um
Right. I was hoping that too. I was like, please go to like
Then we have Willow Pill, and Willow Pill did her song was called "I Hate People," and I hate people,
it was a good
and
song, bitch.
it was a
It
good
was
song.
very
It
catchy
was
song.
very her. She was wearing this like huge situation,
Yeah.
olive
Made by Utica. Shout
situation,
out to Miss Queen Utica, season
made
13 queen.
made by the one and only
My queen.
Utica. And when her reveal was basically like she had three heads, two next to her and one covering her crotch, and she called it Ross, Carson, and Michelle, which to me is just like you're so hilarious.
Yo, she's
Like
so funny, dude. I like her mind works like on a thousand.
right,
I can't with
right.
her. But
I I really
I
liked
will
it.
say performance wise, I thought it was all she was doing. The energy
The
wasn't
thing
there for me.
is, at the beginning, I was like, she's just walking around with this huge ass thing that looks like a wheel, like on her head. But as soon as she revealed the heads, it became more funny, and I feel like also she was able to like gain more movement. Um, but yeah, like it wasn't like crazy.
I'm tired. Okay, Willow Pill, like you need to figure it out with these gowns because every time she wears a gown and she has to move, she's tripping all over it because she was tripping on this gown that she had just like in her lip sync when
Mm,
she was like tripling and stumbling over her thing. It's like you have to move, you have to walk around. What's the problem with this gown situation that you got going on? Do you not know what to do? Do you not know what's going on? I'm
right.
confused. So she looks sloppy to me. But she's just I don't know if she's just not a good lip syncer or like she's
Mhm.
is a park. I don't know. It just wasn't giving me much energy. So I was like, okay, this is cute. Love the song. The song that they got for her was amazing. But I feel like she just didn't perform it out to the best of her ability, I don't know. It was
Mhm.
just like whatever. But it was cute. It was cute. I thought the look was very cute. Um I don't understand like the concept behind why she chose that specifically. But yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, it was really cute. And I really liked the song. I downloaded it on my Apple Music because it was dope. Like, I hate people.
Yo,
Like it was just it was dope.
it was good.
Um, then to the last performance of the night, the one and only Lady Camden with her
Dude,
song "I Fell Down and Got Up."
dude,
I fell down, I got up,
dude.
and I won, and I won, and
And
I won.
I won!
Like,
Yes.
oh my god, this
Yo,
woman.
she she is the mother I never had.
No,
She
literally
is Yo, she from the beginning too. From the
from the
beginning, from the get.
beginning, from
She
the
did a little
beginning.
like two step, two, two, two. Oh my god. I was literally not okay.
Yeah,
Literally, and then she had my thing is also like, girls, it's the finale. Y'all need to be having the goops, the gags, everything. So thank
Retty.
you, Lady Camden, for doing this reveal because that was amazing. She had a full look with this tutu,
Hmm.
unraveled out of it into a leotard, which I would say like the leotard look could have been a little bit more elevated, could have been better, but
Yeah.
what- whatever. It is what it is. I'm gonna take what I can get. And then this wig, like I was like, thank you.
it looked
you.
really well to me, and she was amazing, and she
The
was
A, the energy,
she was on
the
some
the
high ass heels too,
yes, she was eating. She was going crazy. She was
with her
twirling,
kicks
flipping. Yes, yes, with heels. Oh my God,
and
no.
the end, them picking them up, and she coming like
Yes,
it was just iconic. It was just
iconic.
honestly
That
iconic.
is how the finale should be. So that's why I wonder. I really want to know how much of a say the Queens had in their songs and also their performances, because Lady Camden's fit her to the T. That was very much Lady Camden.
Oh
That was
my god, yeah.
everything like that she would could do and would do. So I want to know all these other queens, like, were you just given a song and just like we'll figure it out, or could you say like, oh, I like this, or I don't really like this? This is
Lady
not really
Camden's song was legit perfection.
perfection. It was her,
Perfection. It was
and it was
her.
a
It
nod
was her
to Freddie
story.
Mercury. It was
Like it
amazing.
was amazing
Oh my
when she
gosh.
unraveled out of her tutu, like you said. That was just amazing. Um, yeah. Even at the end when he was like very slow and like she fell down very slowly and came back, like it
Yes.
was just like and everything about Lady Camden, it's like she's in it. And I think
Right.
that's what makes Lady Camden's like performances so good is the fact that she is in them, you know?
She is very
So
present in her performances, and she gives it the attention that it deserves, it demands. So really fuck with that.
yeah, yeah, me too. It was really great.
Did
Right
amazing.
after, so of course, I'm listening, I'm hearing it again
What?
myself.
Oh my God. What is going on?
I don't know. It's okay. Like I think it's okay. I don't know. I
Comment
don't know
down below.
why.
Do you hear it?
So right after the two queens that made it to the top two were Lady Camden, of course,
Hello. Well, this as it should have been.
and Willow Pill, of course, also well
Yes, and I
deserved.
literally knew it was gonna be them.
Right.
Obvious.
So they made it to the top, and this finale, we find out that the winner is not getting $100,000, but $150,000, and that the runner up is getting $50,000, right?
Yeah.
Which is like
About time. It only took us
about
fucking
time. Everybody,
15 years.
every listen, everybody made money on that stage that night,
Yeah.
because oh my god, we also so forgot Cornbread was crowned Miss Congeniality.
Yes. Yes. So how do you feel about that? Do you agree?
I don't agree whatsoever.
Really? I do, because of so what I like is that Miss Congeniality is it's steered away from how it used to be, where like the fans would pick Miss Congeniality. I think it was. Remember, like the whole Valentina situation was like fan favorite, yeah, fan favorite. But now it's that the queens vote themselves who they think
Mhm.
in the cast is Miss Congeniality, and I do agree with Cornbread, because I've been following her like as soon as they announced her, and she rides hard for all of these bitches. Like every single one of these bitches, she will go off. Like she's gotten into like arguments with people on Twitter,
Mhm.
defending every one of the girls. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter. She literally rides for every single one of these hoes. Um, so I really agree, because other than that, like who else would it have been? I thought maybe like Deja Sky could have gotten it. I think people were saying Carrie Colby too, but I didn't see it for Carrie. I
What? Listen, let me tell you why I feel that's all that bullshit that you just said is great. I love it. Like the queens, y'all shoes between y'all, that's cute and whatever, because okay, whatever. I really don't care. Um and no, because also like it got me mad because Combra was going off on Twitter about that shit. Like people were like, but why? Why? And I'm like, okay, people have the right to not like the fact that you were crowned Miss Congeniality.
right,
Also, you don't have to be so fucking rude with the way
right,
you respond to your fans, because at the end of the day, whether they are disagreeing with something, they're still your fans and they're still
yeah,
fans of the show. And the way that she was responding to people on Twitter was just like, well, that's not we were the ones that decided, so I'm not gonna listen to you, someone that wasn't in the room. Like, calm down, girl. Like, Calm down. Calm
I
down. Like
love cornbread. She could do no wrong in my eyes.
I love her too, but like I just feel like she's always on 10 and like calm down. Anyways, um I feel like Carrie Colby was the sounding board to many of these drag queens this season. Not only was she on the show longer, but she also helped Jasmine through her coming out. She, helped the other girls as well. The first heartfelt situation we got on this season was that whole situation with Cornbread and Carrie at the beginning, because Cornbread felt like, like you're doing it and you're such a like seeing Carrie on this season to many of the girls that were on the verge of like, figuring themselves out and fully accepting who they truly were, and they were confused or whatever it was that they were feeling in that moment. Seeing Carrie, like, I don't want to say realized, but like, like a realized trans person
Yeah,
in this
someone who's
world.
very sure in
And
themselves and out
yeah,
here doing their thing, and
and
it was
also
like
like
almost a good role model, I guess, to the girls.
yeah, and the level of like, when I can only imagine when someone goes through a transition and starts that, there's so many steps to it. People think that it's like tomorrow you can, no, there's a physical aspect to your transition. So seeing Carrie, it's like the epitome of what Jasmine said. It, I want to look like you. You are the epitome of who I want to be. So she was the sounding board to all of these girls this entire season, and just such a girl's girl. Like she wasn't shady like that. She was just riding the wave. And I feel like because of that, because she had to take on so many emotions, I feel like she should have been Miss Congeniality because she was the most congenial. Now, whether I think that Cornbread is cool and everybody wants to be Cornbread's friend, yes.
I just
But
think I don't know. I'm not sold on Carrie being Miss Congeniality just because I feel like I don't know, like
I feel like for
I
what
don't know.
the role is, she was the one that was the most like that, because Cornbread was shady. And some people were saying Deja Sky was shady too. And I'm not saying they shouldn't be shady, because I like my shady drag queens. But what I'm saying is, like, there's nothing congenial about you throwing shade all the time. Like,
Like okay, so the last one was Lala Reed. Like, what did she do? Like, why was she Miss Congeniality?
I feel like Lala Ree was just like, she was that girl. She got along with everybody.
Okay,
That's
Miss
like,
Cornbread.
but like Lala Ree wasn't out here like ragging the girls.
But the only person that she ragged was Jasmine Kennedy, and
First
literally
of all, she ragged Willow Pill from the moment she walked in.
well, that was her girl. She got her tatted on her.
Okay, after.
No, but they were always cool. They didn't rag. Did she rag her on? I don't,
I'm
oh,
not
because she was like,
saying
"Who
I'm
is this
not
girl?"
like I'm
Okay, I
not
got
saying
you.
like she like legit like was talking mad shit about her, but
No,
I'm
I'm
saying
saying it
like
was like, yeah.
when she walked in with them little flip flops, like everybody was being shady. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
So
everybody was being shady.
okay, you're not gonna you
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think that Miss Cornbread definitely is congenial. I think she writes for all the girls. Like she will sit there and like get shot in the foot for June, Orion, all these girls that sometimes have been overseen throughout the season, overlooked, I should say. So I don't know.
right,
She. There's no one in the cast that I can see being a like. First of all, they voted for her. Like
right,
you know who should have been
yeah.
Miss Congeniality? Alyssa
Who?
Hunter.
Why?
Totally kidding.
I'm like,
Where,
why?
yeah, you the bitch.
Yo, igualita. Allá.
Yeah, you are the bitch.
Cornbread won $5,000. Was it
I
that she
think it
won?
was 10.
10? Okay, 10. So she won $10,000 for winning Miss Congeniality, and then all of the other queens won $2,000, right? So everybody left that day with money.
Everybody
Like
left money.
two bands?
Two bands.
And
Thank you so much for paying for my flight here. Thank you.
no, but like these girls are hooked. And especially the season 14 girls. Like they are touring and they are working and they are out here
Oh my god,
cackling.
I gotta send you something actually.
We're going somewhere?
Yeah, we're gonna see the girls, but none of them were from season. Um, but
No, it's
nonetheless,
fine.
yes.
No,
These
I
girls
want
are
to see all
booked.
of them. I
No,
want to
I
see
want to
all of
see
them.
everybody. I want to see these bitches left and fucking right.
I also want to go to RuPaul's Drag Race Live in Las Vegas.
Oh, we're gonna though.
Like, I want to do it all. Um, but yeah, so I was happy that the girls got their coins because that's what I'm all about. And for some of the girls that won challenges, that was like another, that was an addition to the money that they had already won.
Yeah, they made.
So,
I think the Tuck podcast Instagram was it the reality rundown, whichever one of the two, posted how much the girls won.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. I think the Tuck did it.
Let me look it up real quick because these girls did win money. They
Hmm.
won fucking money. All right. Let's see here. Oh my God, it's just so many posts.
Did we post it? I don't even remember.
Maybe the reality rundown. Someone
Or
posted it.
I think Drag Race Statistics, that
Oh yeah,
page.
yeah. Shout out to them girls.
Shout out to them girls at Drag Race Statistics. I love that page because
No, them
whoever that person is really sits there at home and creates these shits, and like we need it. Thank you so much.
literally. Okay, so Carrie Colby. Well, aside from everyone winning $2,000, right?
Mhm.
Boom. After that, Carrie Colby has 2,500. George's 5,000. Deja Sky 5,000. Diabetes 5,000. Angeria's 12,500. Cornbread is 15,000. Well, actually, cornbread is 14,000, and diabetes is 4,000. Cause I mean 6,000, because cornbread gave her 1,000 for eating that dragonfly.
Well, she
Um,
already gave it to like
I know,
she.
but I was just saying, like,
Okay.
so Bosco got 20,000, Lady
Hmm.
Camden got 65,000, and then Willow Pill got $157,500
Got it.
cash, cash, money, honey,
Cash App.
powered by Cash App. So that's
Powered by
lit.
Cash App. Hashtag Drag Race.
If Willow would have not have won, she would have only won. How did she even win that much money though? Oh, because
Because the
150. Okay, so she
prize.
would have only won $7,500,
Yeah,
but she didn't win.
I think she only won like two,
She won one
like
challenge.
one challenge.
Actually, there were so many challenges that she won.
Well,
Oh my! And here I am with like $3 in my bank account.
right, like put on a wig, girl. Let's go to RuPaul's Drag Race. Let's go get a job, girl.
Right.
Let's go get a job.
Let's do
Um,
drag for like 2 weeks and be the Sangelas.
what do you think about the last performance, the lip sync for the crown between Willow and Lady Camden? Willow was wearing this like pant, like suit type of situation that looked huge, so I knew that there was gonna be like 70,000 reveals under that shit because
And
she
there
looked like a
wasn't.
box.
Yeah.
And Lady Camden was wearing something very very tight and I was like, hold on, because like, do you have a reveal? Because it's the finale. You need a reveal. Like,
Right.
I'm sorry, staying in one dress all night is not gonna cut it.
Right. Like I need the butterflies.
And no, Aisha O'Hara can stay with her butterflies. Poor butterflies. They almost called Pete on her ass. Like, shit. Them butterflies were weeded. The moment she opened them things, she was like, first of all, it smells like poppers in here. Like, they could not even breathe.
I'm pretty sure like she like blew it, like had to go like this.
No, she was literally blowing on them. I'm like, first of all, the butterflies like, what? Go
And then
onto
she
the floor,
they went to the
champ.
floor and then she was dancing and then the poop stepped on
Like, girl, keep the animals in your house. But very much that energy, like that is what you want to do it all. You want to do the unthinkable. So, I was very surprised to see that she actually did have um a, what you call it, a reveal under that. So I was actually even more impressed because the first outfit was so tight, and to have a reveal under that was amazing. um a lot of people are not liking the fact that she did that homage to herself in the Freddie Mercury fall, but I think that it was smart. Why not reference the strongest point in your in the season that you had, the most memorable point? I feel like the finale is that time of the show to like bring something back that you're known for in the season. So I really liked it. What do you think?
I liked it, but I wish she would have delivered it a little bit differently. Like, also, I need these bitches to be like fighters. Like, I remember when it was Trinity the Tuck versus Peppermint. Like, these bitches were fighting for that center stage. They were fighting on that fucking floor, on that runway.
Shout
Like,
out to Peppermint.
Peppermint. Oh my
Shout out to
gosh.
Peppermint.
Like, how has she not been? Where is she? Like, what the fuck?
Right. No, she's
Um,
she's busy.
no, she is. She's amazing.
And she's also
Um,
just like this activist and like this humanitarian. Like the world is a better
oh,
place because Peppermint is like here
oh, I
doing the
love
work that needs to be
that.
done. Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. Love her. Well, what I was referencing that because I liked how they were fighting and lip syncing against each other, and they were
Hmm.
in each other's way and shit. But these girls were just very like, they weren't owning the stage for me. If I was, I wish that Lady Camden, what she if she wasn't do that reveal, to go to the middle and like at the pivot of the like the one of the best moments of the song, just to get on the floor and go crazy, and then just like rip her wig off and rip her clothes off, and
Right.
then like
Right.
boom, I'm in fire because I te caliente ahora, you know. But she
Right.
didn't. She didn't do that. She kind of just like tripped and fell again. It was like, oh, we've seen this, so I get it. I get the reference, but don't. You can get oversaturated very quickly. Willow Pill, all that for what, girl? You had this big ass suit on, made no sense. You were barely moving, barely lip syncing. You did fucking nothing. And then once it came off, then you were twirling a little bit. I love that look, that whole little last look that she had on. That was really sexy. She looked really good in it.
No, the last looks that they both had on, and that's why when we were watching it, so for our listeners, me and Raymond were watching it together, and we were with another friend, and she was like, "Oh my god, this might be a double crown," and I was like, I low-key thought it might have been because their looks were so similar,
Yeah,
and the way they ended, it low-key looked like they were choreographed.
yeah.
Um,
That was very, very in sync.
they were very in sync, and yeah, they both look great. They both look great.
They both
Honestly,
look great, but I don't. I
who won the lipstick? Why I keep saying lipstick? Who won the lip sync
to
in your
me,
in your opinion?
I think Lady Camden did
Mhm.
because Willow Pill didn't do much for most of it. She was in this big ass suit and just going back and forth. And then once it came off was when she was moving a little bit more. And towards the end, she did like a flip into like her last dance, and it was really good. But I just felt like Lady Camden the whole time was really giving it for me. And then she had that whole like reveal, and it was just so good. Like, it was a reveal that we honestly didn't even see coming. We thought that this was gonna be her look and like she was in a twirl. And then for Willow Pill, it was like, okay, obviously there's gonna be something under that because what the
Right,
fuck is this? Or I'm hoping for your sake that there's something under that. So
right.
I don't know. I just feel like Lady Camden just really did. She did. She won this. She took this.
Yeah, I think that lipstick that. Oh my god!
I'm like,
If
breathe.
if I say lipstick one more time, I think that lip sync was Lady Camden's. I think she
Yeah.
owned it. I think she rocked it, and she was giving. I was very like I was shocked. I was honestly shocked that why lip sync for the crown if what's gonna win is track record. And I
Right.
feel like if you do think about track record, yeah, Willow should have won.
No.
Even though Lady Camden had more wins than
Lady
Willow.
Camden had 3 wins.
Yeah.
She was in the
But
bottom.
Willow was more stable.
She was more stable throughout the competition, yes. But I think that's why I feel like Lady Cam. Okay, like spoiler alert, Lady Camden is the win. Willow Pill wins, as you guys should know by now. Um,
You also said it like 10
I
minutes ago.
know.
Like,
But for me,
spoiler alert.
I feel like a queen is someone who is that, has can go through the competition. Like, it's not like Bosco. Like, Bosco couldn't have one because there's no way that you can justify that girl winning. But Lady Camden, like, she was in the bottom, she was in the top. She at first was going unseen, didn't ring any bells. No one even thought to look back and check if she was good. Then out of
Right.
nowhere, just skyrocketed and soared, and then started doing not too hot, and then started doing good again, and then it was good. Like, I don't know, it just goes to show what how difficult this competition is to be a constant like standout. And Willow Poe was just consistently safe, consistently in the top, not really winning, but I also think that they're really pushing her. They really Rue loved her. Rue was obsessed with her, and I think that's another piece of this all that we need to like get away from is like well, I think we talked about it too. That I don't think RuPaul has as much of a say as we think he does, but I do think that he
Yeah.
has a big say more than we give him credit.
I
Because
was actually thinking about that shit when I was on my way from work, like, because for some reason, I was listening to some Drag Race songs, and I'm thinking about like just everything that RuPaul does, or everything that has his name, and I'm like, there's no way that this man is like managing all of this. Like, there is no way that I've like, there's no way.
yeah, I feel like they just put him in front of a camera. It's like just follow the teleprompter.
Like, you're
Just
the
please,
face.
you're the face.
You're the face. We use your name, and but like, I mean, but also I feel like he's a boss. So like, you know,
I think he definitely does his like stamp of approval on some things where he's like, okay, wait, let me just make sure that this makes sense. How many?
yeah, but there's definitely some things that do not need to go by the desk of RuPaul,
Yeah,
because there's other people that he have placed, that he trusts to make those decisions for him.
yeah. I don't
Like,
know. I'm just
he's not looking over watch a packing and making sure that every episode Michelle was
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Like Michelle, you better go change that watch a packing episode. Like, he's
Like
not
no,
doing that.
no,
You know.
no.
But
I know.
yeah. Willow Pill won.
And I'm not angry. I think I'm more angry at the fact that I knew that she was gonna win because I just now that I hate that I'm becoming this person, but like I just see Drag Race for the conglomerate that it is, I guess, or like the marketing monster that it is now, and what it really is about now, rather than what it should be.
So
Um,
that is why I don't go on Reddit, because I feel like the moment you go on Reddit, you're never gonna be back. And not only that, you you don't watch the show anymore. Like, like, you there's no anticipation, and you know everything. So like, you're watching it just to like watch it, not because like you actually want to know what's happening, because you already know what's happening.
yeah,
So I feel like if I want to enjoy this show as much as I want to enjoy it, and as much as I do enjoy it right now, I feel like I need to get off all of those spoilers. Like, I mean, not get off because I'm not on them, but I can get, because I was this close to going on Reddit this week after you were talking about it while we were watching the finale. But then I was like, no, don't do it, because I know myself, and I know that after I do it, I'm not gonna come back from it.
right, right, right.
And I want to enjoy this. Like, why do you guys do that to yourselves?
I mean, I honestly don't be on Reddit as much as you may think.
Girl,
But
you know everything.
I know. First of all, I only know everything because like it was one time that I went on it.
No,
Like
it's
it's,
one
not, it's
time.
mostly on YouTube. YouTube, honestly, you want to find everything, like anything, go on YouTube. YouTube, they have insane shit, insane stuff. So that's how I got things, and then I got into, and I was on Reddit only because Matty Morphous's nudes have surfaced, and I was like, well, let me go see. So,
Lord Jesus. Not
so
no
yeah,
anymore. I remember those. I remember those in her drag. She was taking pictures of her widow penis in her drag. Like, I was just like,
I
shit.
thought it was giving.
I
Uh,
mean, someone needs to think that.
but no, yeah, I mean, I just the more that I rewatch Drag Race over and over again, the
Mm,
more that I see like the magic fade away. Um, Sometimes, and this is what this was one of the moments when I saw Willow
right.
Pillow win. I was like, whoa, like the magic of this show is like ridiculous.
But it's also such a roller coaster because as I was feeling that way, then the magic came back up when I saw the All Star 7 promo, which is
Oh my
literally
god. No,
which is
yeah.
literally
But I think it's
the
because we have that nostalgia of like, for example, I didn't grow up. I don't want to say grow up, but like I didn't go through my life like watching it as active as I am now. But
Mhm.
I gave it time. I did the research, I guess you can call it. Like I watched all the seasons, I watched all the episodes, I watched everything. Like I've watched it.
Right.
The only thing that you can clock me for is the untucks that are not up that I can't watch. But
Mhm.
nonetheless, I watched every season. So to have some of these queens, it's like a nostalgic feeling to see Raja, to see Jinx Monsoon, to see them come back, and specifically them, because they're the older queens who are competing on this. But then also seeing some really iconic winners and queens who have done so well for themselves to come back and be
Mhm.
like, and like one of the taglines that Jada said, or like one of the promo lines that's used a lot is like, the fans wanted us to come back and battle it out. So let's get in the ring. And I'm like, it's very that because I don't want to see my winner for the time that they reign their crown and then that's it. And like I want feed them to us, you know?
Yeah.
And I saw, speaking of it, like not to pivot into that, that Trixie Mattel was asked and she said like no, but I want to come back. I'm just like, I'm tired of Trixie. Like I don't want to see her. I'm over her. I don't want her on my
Oh my
TV.
god.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't like it. I just can't. So, but I'm excited now that they did this, that they can continue it, um, and bring even more international queen winners in it as well. Because I feel like once you get onto the U.S. drag race fandom or showing, you're the people who are obsessed with you increase in tenfold because
Oh
your
yeah.
audience grows, you know, especially in the US. So, especially for my UK girls who out there don't get shit when they win, than a fucking documentary. Like, I really am looking for. Like, I would love for Lawrence Chaney to come back and compete on All Winners with these girls because he's a good queen. And to compete with these, oh my god! Like I want the
That's
Violet
why I'm,
Chachki, the Bob, the drag queen. I need Trixie Mattel. I want them bitches to come back. But then I know
you
some of
just
them wouldn't, you
you
know.
literally just said you didn't want Trixie Mattel.
But I want her to come back to compete against those queens who could
Okay.
shut her the fuck up.
I think that, like I said, that promo, like,
So good.
wow, you have wowed me. And now there is a standard that I have for what Drag Race is. And you like I should never see any level of production that is under here
And I
because
love that they feed into the shit that people talk on Reddit and because they were like, the rumors are true. And it's like,
right, they're
yes,
very aware of
yes.
they're very aware of like fans and
Yeah.
what people are saying, and I
It's been,
love that about
I
them.
love it. And it's for years people were like, they need to do an all winners. They need to do all that. And everybody was like, it will never happen. Give it up.
Right.
They will not do themed all stars. Like, what's wrong with you guys? And for it to be happening is like crazy. Like we're gonna get the losers one. We're gonna get the I mean the early outs, not losers, sorry. The early outs one. They're gonna get the villains one, you know?
The
They're gonna
congeniality.
the congeniality. Like they're gonna do this, you know? So it's super exciting. Like I think this is gonna open a box of just potential for all stars because now it's like also I need them to understand like give me all stars back to back to back to back. I'm okay with that. Like, stop waiting so long for y'all to give me another all stars because I want to see a lot of
Well,
these queens again.
I kind of
Sad over
like.
sad. No, water it down for me. I want to see these bitches. There's been 14 seasons and only 7 all stars. What?
Okay, but also like I don't like it when they do like when they only have like I feel like All Stars like I feel like now it's different because they have a lot of seasons to pick from. But there was like I like it when some time passes in between because you need to let some new queens in. But we do have a bunch of queens to pick from, so
That's what
I
I'm
do
saying. We
like
have so many old head queens that have not been asked to be on All Stars. Like for example, Peppermint. Peppermint will come back and eat. And there's also some queens that were so good on their season and left that we still need to see more of. You know,
right.
there's so much.
I
And
mean, look at
most
Kylie.
yes, you see, like
She's
oh,
the
I
perfect
need these.
example.
Like I need season 5 and earlier type of our season 6 and earlier queens. You know, to be tapped into this
Hmm.
shit and be reintroduced. That's why I'm so excited for Jinx and Raja to come into this All Winners because they were great queens and some of these babies who are watching Drag Race, these 18-year-olds, these 15-year-olds, that's representation that they missed out on because sometimes they they either don't have the time to sit there and watch all these seasons and stuff, and
or just don't
sometimes
want to.
or just don't want to, and also
And
like when they
a lot of these kids don't like the Drag Race season one is it's too the quality's too trash.
right,
I hate that
I
because
hate
at the
that.
end of the day, it's like that is like when I watch season one, it's like watching like history.
Literally
Like season one is historic.
historic, dude. Season 1 to 5 are all like, bro, this is hilarious, and I think it's so pivotal too to understand certain things throughout other seasons too, that they'll make certain innuendos and comments about other things.
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
it's you have to do your research.
That's what really made me funny that you say that. That's what really made me like want to go back and watch from season 1 on because they would mention so many catchphrases and things and that other queens did in previous seasons and I never knew what they were talking about.
Exactly.
So I felt like I was out of place. And if you watch this show and you feel out of place, I don't know how you do it. So I had to go back
Legit.
and like see
Exactly.
those moments that queens are talking
Yeah.
about 10 years later.
Yeah, I will say now it's different in the sense of like they've produced the show to a point where every season feels fresh and like they don't really
Oh
reference old
yeah.
things, but there are still certain staple things, because watching the season, you're like, why the fuck is this? What is this Snatch Game thing? And why is it so imperative? Like, why was Rue so mad that he put all the girls in the bottom? It doesn't make sense. But if you watch previous seasons, you'll understand like Snatch Game and the importance of it. And then
Right.
like the Rusicals, how everybody looks forward to that because those are like staples. So, and also what I liked was just to see the development of RuPaul's Drag Race because before queens are just walking in like, "Hey,
Right.
okay." Now there's like these. Now the taglines are a thing. Your entrance
Yeah.
look is a thing. Before just like you're just walking into work like, "Hey, bitches, what's good?" And then leaving the runway was never a outro. That was never a thing until Latrice Royale did her whole chunky yet funky da 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 da. Da, that initiated this whole outro. Like little things that people don't. I care for because I'm a freaking
Right.
fan and I'm obsessed with. And it adds just value to just watching the show. But yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
It's literally my casual viewing. Like if I don't have nothing to watch, I just put like a random season of Drag Race and I just let it play.
Let it play and just watch it.
Like whatever it is. Like I just like while I'm cleaning at home. Like I'm
Right.
cleaning to like Vanjie, like
And as I'm hearing
talking.
it, I'm like, ah, this bitch. Like I get into the moment as
Right.
if I'm watching it for the first time. Like I don't know who
No,
wins
literally.
or who goes home.
I was thinking that we should like and I want the listeners to let us know if they're down for this. But I was thinking that like we should like pick a season from or like go or like now that we're gonna wait for season 15 while we're off season even though we are doing all stars um the listeners need more episodes and we're trying to come on here more than once a week or at least record episodes so like that we can put more things out so I was wondering if we should just go back to season one and recap season one for listeners now because I feel like people may not want to watch season one in the sense of like they don't have the one not everybody has the capabilities of watching season one because
Right.
you need to have I think is it on wow like I think you need to have a certain streaming
I
platform
don't know. I know it's
yeah
on.
it is on wow
Oh,
it is
okay.
on
I know
wow
it's on Paramount Plus.
yeah so you need to have certain streaming services but also like I feel like we can do it so I think that we should do that I think that we
I'm
should go back
down.
and rewatch season one and every week do a recap of that and then that's what we'll do when we don't have when the flagship show is not on the air but we will also give you the all-star 7 recaps of course and that starts next month on the 20th
I know.
and yeah so that's gonna be great yeah we're working on a lot of things so make sure that you guys subscribe to the podcast and that you guys follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Talk Podcast because we have a lot of things that we're working on new ideas ways to just make the podcast more fun
Yeah.
upload more often and interact with you guys better.
Let's get chatty, girls.
Let's get chatty. Any final thoughts? Wow, season 14.
I'm happy it's over. not happy with the winner, but I'm not
Well,
mad at
don't
the
say
winner.
you're not happy with the winner. You just didn't. You wanted Lady Camden to win,
All right, so I'm not happy.
but like not like. Do you mind that Willow won?
No, I don't mind, but just because I don't mind
Like
doesn't mean
I
I'm
would
like
be not happy with the winner if it was Bosco. Because then it's like, how did y'all give it to Bosco when Lady Camden and Willow were right
I'm
there?
just not like I'm just
I
not
feel like if it was,
like I don't know what else to, I don't know what other words to use other than I don't feel the happiness in
and
the
that is
room.
on that period. Own it.
You know, I'm just not happy, but it's like if not her, then okay, give it to
Right,
Willow.
right. I get it. Congratulations to Willow Pale. You
That's
gave what
fine.
needed to be gave, and you won the competition. And everybody underestimated you when you walked into that workroom. And what did you do, bitch? You won the whole shit. And also, that video of her doing her acceptance speech and like doing an
Orgasming.
orgasm was
I was like,
hilarious.
is
She's like,
she okay?
"Ah, ah."
I was like, at first I thought she was like breathing, and she's like, I'm so happy, but she like kept going and going, and I was like, okay, wait, she's having a moment.
I was dying. Later, I saw that she said that her and Lady Camden made a
Yeah,
pact that whoever won was going to open up with orgasm. So that's hilarious. Willow Pill is just again like
she's definitely gonna go down in the books for sure.
ahead of her
And
time.
now the
Ahead of her
House
time.
of Oddly, like, watch out for these hoes.
Right. Is this the first time that a house has won twice?
So actually, we mentioned, I think, was it this girl? I don't know if it was Drag Race Statistics, but there's somebody on Twitter who posted like a post like
Mhm.
saying the houses who have won. So there's I think a Drag Race España house. Was it? Yeah, I think um season one winner and the season two winner were from the same house, like mother and daughter.
But Spania is still on though.
Isn't this season three?
No, it's season two. It's season two.
Oh, then maybe Holland. It was something.
I think Holland.
It was
I
something.
think you're talking about Holland. I think I saw that same post too.
Okay, yeah, and then they did Evie Oddly and Willow Pill, and then they also did Sharon Needles
Oh yes, and
and
Aquaria.
Aquaria. And then did you see what Aquaria said?
Yeah, she said no, thank you.
She was like, "No, thank you." And then did you hear? She did like a voice note. Did you hear it?
No, what was she saying?
She was like, can we stop with all this nonsense? Like, it's cute and all. Like, yes, house mother and house daughter. Like, yeah, I want to push that narrative so bad. But let me tell you something. Like, Sharon Needles, yes, I know her. I know of her. But she did not help me with my drag at all. Like, she is not my drag mother. Like, she did not help me get started in drag and was not a reason why I won Drag Race. Like, that is not, no. Okay, so we stop associating me with her. Like, that's not, no. Like, stop it. Because she's
Wow.
tired of people saying, because people kept saying that was her drag mother because I really don't know
Why?
why. I
Like
don't know
I'm
why.
confused. Where did
I
that
don't
come
know.
from?
I think because they knew like Sharon Needles knew like they knew each other when she was starting drag and like would show her around and show her off, but that was not her drag mother. And now with Sharon Needles having such like a horrible name for herself, that she's just like I don't want anything to do with that. I will say that I want to see Sharon Needles on All Stars winner though.
I love Sharon Needles, but not like not like
Not
like
like problematic her, but like
not
her.
problematic her, but like her who she was in the competition, like she was another underdog, and I'm always rooting for the underdog. So, like I love Sharon Needles because she gave Jujubee and Raven something to talk about.
Right.
Like she said, "Y'all not gonna win, motherfuckers."
Wait, was she? I don't think she was on that season.
She wasn't.
Not with Jujubee. She was on Fifi and Chad Michaels. That was her.
Oh yeah.
Jujubee and Raven were Tyra Sanchez.
I'm cutting that out. I'm cutting that out. I'm cutting that out. I'm cutting that out.
Oh, but they're saying that the next probably saw yo, people are hilarious. The next All Stars is gonna be Jujubee takeover or something like that. Like, every version of Jujubee is gonna compete. Yo, I was crying.
Yo, how are people? Jujubee
Yo.
takeover?
Yes.
fucking can't.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
like I said, girls, subscribe to the podcast. We love you guys so much for always tuning in every week. We have new episodes. Drag Race season 14 officially ended, and we crowned Willow Pill as our queen. Um, excited for season 15. The big 15 is next.
It's
So
happening, girls.
I'm expecting like 15 years, 15 seasons. Like that's a big one. 15 is a big number.
Hell yeah.
So I'm expecting a lot
You know
out
who I
of
want to see soon?
who?
Crystal Method's other drag
Lux?
product.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Like
I
she
would
had her
love
2 seconds of fame, and I was like, I followed her everywhere.
Yeah, she looked really well. She looked really put together. I would love to see her on Drag Race.
Money queens.
But yeah, like we said, next month All Star 7 starts. So make sure that you guys are tuning in for that because we will bring you the recaps of All Star 7. Is gonna be the competition of the fucking year. I cannot
Yo,
wait for All Star 7.
It's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
No, like I literally cannot wait. And yeah, we love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Tug,
Yes.
the
yes.
Reality Rundown's official Drag Race recap podcast.
Love it. So you already know this has been the tea. You decide the shade, and we will definitely be seeing you guys next episode of the Tuck.
Love you. Bye.